Hey guys, Bigger with Bigger Gaming here. Today we're going to go over the best meta loadouts for trios and quads. We will not be going over sniper rifles today or any loadouts that include sniper rifles. That's going to be a separate video. But this video will be going over ARs and SMGs. So the first one we're going to go over isn't even an AR, but it is set up like an AR. It's an LMG and it's the famous Bruen, the gun that people have either learned to love or hate. But in the game right now, it works as of, what's today's date? July 28th. So July 28th, 2020, the Bruen is in full charge, leading the pack ahead of all the other guns. So let's see how to load that bad boy up once you unlock it, and then also how to use it in the game. So let's go over that right now. So this is the Bruen, guys. You got the monolithic suppressor, the XRK Summit barrel, the TAC laser, the VLK 3.0, 60 round magazine, and that's what you need to be successful with this gun. That is the meta right now. Some people have asked me about the underbarrel attachment. The gun doesn't need it. This is the best setup, trust me. You don't need the underbarrel stuff. This gun has very little recoil, especially for what's considered a light machine gun. So use it like an AR, use it and abuse it until they fix it. Have fun. So now you got your Bruen all set up and ready, and you need a gun to pair with it. The meta right now with the Bruen is the MP5. Here is how I set up my MP5, and there are a lot of good variations of this, but this is my setup for the MP5. I feel this is the meta for the game right now, so give it a shot. Here we go. With my MP5, guys, I use the monolithic suppressor that's built into the barrel. I use the TAC laser, I use the Merc foregrip and the 45 round mag, and also the stippled tape grip so I can get the gun up quicker and be ready to shoot people. Give this a shot. I think these two guns paired together is definitely the meta of the game right now. So after you use the Bruen and the MP5, we're talking about the top metas of the game. This is an old school one. It's called the Grau. Everybody knows what the Grau is. Shoots them laser beams, always has. They nerfed it, still really good. So this is what I would say would be the second place for the meta of the game as far as ARs go. And here we go. Here's how it's loaded out. So this is what I call the old school Grau, because the Grau has been a meta in Warzone for a very long time. So start with a monolithic suppressor, the Tempest Archangel barrel, the Commando foregrip, and the 60 round magazine. And then for an optic, I have the VLK 3.0 on it, but you know, optics is one of those things that's a personal preference, and I'm going to say that with every gun. So you use whatever you want to use. If you choose to go without an optic on this gun, I recommend the stippled grip because it gives you more recoil control. The gun will shoot straight lasers, but some people need that extra accuracy that an optic adds. So if you don't use the optics, I'd recommend the stippled grip. That'll help you a lot on this gun. So this one's the basic, go-to of Warzone. Still a good gun as of today. So the next gun we have, guys, is the M4. The M4 is actually used by a lot of the Ninjutsu War Turtles on the regular. I think the most famous person for using the M4 in our little clan is DK Cracks. He runs the M4 all the time. And I have the same loadout as him for the M4. Pretty sure I just copied him with it, but it's what he uses. Let's check that out real quick. So this is the M4, guys. Monolithic suppressor, again, that you're going to see on a lot of guns in Warzone. That way you're not giving away your team's location. The stock M16 Grenadier barrel. The Merc foregrip. 60 round magazine. VLK 3.0. Again, optic, your choice, what you want to do with that. If you drop the optic, if you're going to use iron sights, I probably would recommend maybe a TAC laser so you get a faster aim down sight speed. But that's up to you. But the optic is definitely, I have to use it usually because I cannot use iron sights. The next gun we have up, guys, is the M13. This is a really good meta gun for Warzone. And also it's good for people who maybe are kind of newer to the game, I think, as well, because the recoil on it is really easy to control. It's a very easy to aim and fire gun. You can just laser beam people down with this gun. Pretty good for most ranges, and not terrible close up either, but you obviously want to run this with an SMG just like all the other meta loadouts we're going over today for the ARs. But this is the M13, guys. Check it out. So on this M13, guys, we have the monolithic suppressor, the Tempest marksman barrel, the Commando foregrip, the 60 round magazine, and the VLK 3.0 optic. Again, optic is optional, which one you want to use, but I think this is the best loadout for an M13. This is also the same loadout I have linked for the M13 in the other video that is for people who got the game for free and have a free account and need to level up a competitive gun quickly. So this is a great loadout. Make sure you guys check this out. Especially if you're a newer player, I think this is an easy to use gun. You'll start picking up kills real quick if you use it. Next up, guys, we have the FAL. This gun has become part of the meta. It's a very powerful rifle. I don't use it, but we have, luckily, a Ninjutsu War Turtle who swears by it and uses it all the time now, and that is Hidden. So let's show you his loadout for the FAL real quick. He has Old Faithful, that's what he's named it. He has a monolithic suppressor, the XRK marksman barrel, the TAC laser, the Viper reflex sight, and the tactical foregrip. I like this loadout. It's pretty good. The FAL is definitely one that you can just kind of like, you can mess with and adjust. It is good. I mean, there's a lot of different ways to set it up. The main attachments that I would recommend for it, though, are the monolithic suppressor, obviously, and that barrel. Both of those are pretty good. As far as like foregrips and sights, you can kind of play around with those, whatever sight you're comfortable with. And the foregrip, just read the descriptions, and it's more of what you think will help your play style and how you're trying to use it. If you're trying to use it more like a sniper rifle, or if you're trying to use it more like an AR, those are what you're going to want to go with, okay? That concludes the ARs, guys. I do have a bonus one at the end of the video, so make sure you keep watching for that. But now we're getting into the SMG world, and these SMGs would be what you'd want to pair with those ARs. As to which one you use with which AR, totally up to you. All of these SMGs are going to be meta, though. We only have 3 listed. I have the MP5, which you've already seen loaded out, so we're not going to go over that one. I have the MP7, and we have the Uzi. So let's get into the MP7. The MP7, I have 2 loadouts I'm going to show you. One is a Ninjutsu War Turtle by the name of DK Cracks, and the other one is my loadout for the MP7. So let's check those out real quick, and you guys can play around with them, decide which one you like the most, and comment below if you have a different MP7 loadout that you like more. The first MP7 we have is the DK Cracks MP7. The monolithic suppressor, the Merc foregrip, the 60 round magazine, and the stippled tape grip, and he runs it with no stock. And that's for mobility reasons, so he can be all fast and ninja-like, because that's what turtles do, man. We're ninjas. We kill you fast, quietly. Pew pew. And this is my MP7 loadout, guys. I got the monolithic suppressor as well, the Merc foregrip as well, the 60 round magazine as well, the stippled grip tape as well. The only difference is instead of no stock, I've run the TAC laser, because who doesn't want a laser beam? I guess DK Cracks doesn't, but I do, because I like laser beams. So yeah, that's what I run. You guys can. So those are the MP7 loadouts that me and DK Cracks use, and Ninjutsu War Turtles. I think some of the other turtles run them as well. But leave in the comments below if you agree or disagree with those loadouts. Also, who you think has the better loadout, me or DK Cracks. Just put, DK Cracks' loadout was better or mine was better. I think mine's better. He thinks his is better. That's definitely to be debated. So let us know in the comments below who you thinks was better. And then the next one we have, guys, the last one of the day for SMGs will be my old favorite that when I first started playing Warzone, my first victory was with one of these, an Uzi. And it was actually just, remember, I started playing mid-season 3, and the Uzi was like a ground loot gun, and I thought it was amazing. So let's see how that Uzi's loaded out. Alright, on this Uzi, we got a monolithic suppressor. We got our little pro barrel over here, and we got a TAC laser to make it all quickety-wickety when it aims down sights. We got a no stock to make it more mobile. I'm sure DK Cracks would like that because he likes the mobility, being a fast little ninja. And we got the .41 AE 32 round magazine. Not a whole lot of bullets, but they're very deadly. So that's our Uzi loadout, guys. Give that a shot if you'd like to use an Uzi. It's not something you see a lot of players run around with, but that is definitely a powerful gun and loadout. The only downside to an Uzi, I think, really, is if you're kind of new to the game, it's a bit of a pain in the ass to unlock all the stuff. I think you have to get like... So those of you who like science, some of you are like, well, you didn't have a graph showing which gun had different volt velocity and damage and this and that. Well, dude, you don't need a graph. All right, maybe we do need a graph. I will show you a graph of the what happens when you use a meta gun versus not using a meta gun. So here's the science behind it all, guys. As you can see, guys, for the science, if you use a recommended meta loadout, that means one of these ARs with one of these SMGs, you are going to be playing good. If you don't and you use some random crap that doesn't really meet the meta of the game, you're probably going to play somewhere down here under the meh range in the shit zone. So definitely use a meta loadout, guys. Be in the good zone. Don't be in the meh or the shit zone. So play with one of these recommended loadouts. Check it out. Let me know in the comments below what you think. Let me know if you think they fall in the good, the meh, or the shit. And I promised you guys an AR meta that is not as common as what you always see. And this is actually an AR that I play with in the game when I use an AR. So this is my go-to, and I use it alongside that MP5 loadout I showed you. So here is my CR56 loadout. I call my CR56 the head popper. It's got a monolithic suppressor, an XRK Zodiac barrel, a VLK 3.0 optic, a Commando foregrip, and a 45 round mag. This gun is great for me, guys. I run it with an MP5, like I said, and here's it in action. This is me wiping a squad with it. Actual game footage. This is the head popper in action, guys. As you can see, it literally popped that guy's head off right there. Quite an amazing gun. You can wipe squads with, just like I did right there. That's actual game footage of me wiping a squad in trios. Pretty amazing stuff. I shot this guy first. He was down, and then this guy was down, and this guy came to try to kill me, and I popped his head off. All right, and thanks so much, guys, for joining, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that ring, that bell when I actually post a new video. I'm going to be doing at least one a week, sometimes more than one. I'll be putting out a lot of content the next couple days. If you guys have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments below. Join us on Discord, Instagram, Twitter, all that good stuff. Any of those platforms.